Shelly pointed out that this great purple chair that my friend from work gave me would be a better place for Rebecca than the chair that goes with her bathing suit, because it's shockingly better quality, and Shelly thinks this chair only retailed for like $5, but it's a lot better quality than the folding chair from her beach set, which, you know, retailed for a sinful amount of money. And even though I got it for about retail, it was obviously still a sinful amount of money. And then the other exciting things in here is this weekend I got my Molly mini doll for Courtney. And Courtney's guinea pig Parsley. Isn't he cute? I love him. His bulgy eyes, it just kills me every time. I had him on Courtney's lap, but then I thought Oliver might think he was a real animal and attack him, and that he'd disappear with the fuzzy balls under the hutch, so I put him back in his cage, just like I would a real animal for safekeeping. I wanted to show off my twist and style Tiffany dolls. I actually wanted to do that on our last episode of Dolly Diaries, but I got distracted and busy and I forgot. I had the blonde when I was a kid, and but this isn't my childhood doll. I actually got both these gorgeous dolls over the summer. I got this one first, but not too much longer. And then this one after, but they're actually both listed on eBay for like an exorbitant number of months. Like, okay, maybe it was only like 4 months, but it was still like a long time. This was the only one like her for sale. And I knew that, like, supply and demand, that there probably weren't a lot of people looking for her, so I waited a few months for her to go down in price. And this one, she was up just as long, but I didn't know that her hair wasn't cut because it was parted weird in back. So Shelly remembered that we had been waiting until we got this one to, like, see how the hair was supposed to lay, to kind of gauge better whether or not this doll's hair was actually cut. And Shelly remembered, and it's a good thing she did, because by then I already kind of wrote this poor doll off as, oh, that's the one, I don't want to buy that listing, that's the one that has cut hair. Like, I forgot we weren't sure whether or not. But yeah, I absolutely love them both. And the reason I really wanted to show them is because when I was 9, I got one for Christmas from my Auntie Kim. She was like my favorite. Well, actually, I was 8. The following Christmas when I was 9, and I got Molly. Poor Tiffany was chopped liver, and I literally kicked her out of her cradle, even though it was too small for Molly, and I just felt regret about that, and I'm really glad to have Tiffany in some form back in my room.
So Colleen has set up this photo. It's just for a random thumbnail from a video, like a Dolly Updates video, but you really like doing these.
I do.
And because I have a Flickr, it's nice because I have the placeholders for the videos for them to just look visually interesting. So this was from like 2017 when we filmed an update video about how we weren't making videos, I think, because we were working on your bedroom project.
We were making over my bedroom.
So would you like to explain your...
So what I wanted to do is, obviously pink is my favorite color, and in both versions of my room, my wall really did stay pink. This crappy paper actually does look a lot like the horrible baby pink. It was painted over wallpaper. The paint was baby pink, but it was painted over wallpaper or paneling or something. Yep. Definitely wallpaper, because there was like a ripple, which is why I like left imperfections on purpose. There was like a ripple in the corner where you could tell the paper that my dad had painted looked like crap. When Shelly helped me make over my room, before she did, I had Harry Potter toys like literally everywhere, including on the floor.
And random baubles.
And like random things. So I made it look more streamlined like it did after she helped me do my room in real life. I tried to make it look like some of the things out stay the same because I have duplicates of like this figurine. He's over there somewhere.
Yeah, he's in the box.
Yeah, like I tried to make it look like it was the same room but redone, and I picked these beds because we have multiple sets of these, but I went with the really gross dingy one. That's why sometimes it's fun having duplicates. Like I put both Chloe dolls in Dylan shirts and Sasha pants.
Yeah, that's me, Mini Shelly. And I have another Pretty and Punk Chloe.
I only needed 2. I couldn't put myself in here because we only have one Pampered Pets Charlie.
And she has cut hair.
Has cut hair, so it's exactly.
I didn't cut it, but that's why we use her as a calling doll.
Right, so we wouldn't, like, even if we had another Pampered Pets Charlie, I couldn't really duplicate myself, I guess, but I was able to put out 2 Shellys, and They're not identical, but they both look enough like Oliver and
I put
Cass.
that bedding on upside down.
What do you mean?
This is the outside. You won't be able to tell though.
Oops. So this is one of my photo retakes. The old one just had like calendar pictures behind it, and not long after I took it, we had gotten this backdrop. So I've actually been wanting to retake it for years. I decided for the like floor area, we have this really old stationery that looks like the sky. I think we might have had it since I was in elementary school. Like honestly, it's that old. This photo was originally taken in, want to say 2018. I could be wrong. Because we got Hannah and Allie from our Uncle Ray that year, and I got Ziyuan at work from like a Secret Santa. I still don't know who gave me Ziyuan, but we got her that Christmas too. And then Patty's Pilot Barbie, so she had to be in the photo. I actually put a lot of detail in here that you probably won't really be able to see unless you look really close to the thumbnail. Like there are suitcases all back there, and this is some of our really cool new food that we got off Amazon, as is that thingy over there. And in my mind, I always pictured Ziyuan was a businesswoman from China when I took this photo. And obviously she's brought Marshmallow with her for traveling companion. But I put like in the compartments, I put some of our traveling sisters stuff and toiletries and these really cool graham crackers that we got with our food truck, which actually go to one of my Skipper dolls. So yeah, I had a really good time retaking this because it's fun.
Did you see Popo? I used a treat to lure him over onto Colleen.
He's so cute.
He's just sitting on her chest, eating his little treat.
He's so friendly.
Look at you, Clyde.
My hair looks disheveled just because he was playing with it.
He climbed on her head and like was digging at her hair. He's like, where is my treat? This isn't right, it's all gone. Like he willfully climbed up there on his own. Now he sees Oliver.
Oh, Oliver's over on the table.
Hello, Paul.
Charlie once pooped on my head.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's down. Will you climb back up?
He did, he just did.
Oh, yeah, see, you learn. May I have a kiss? Thank you.
You're so smart.
What a nice boy.
He's like a rat cat. Look
I
at
know.
this. Boy,
He used to, when he was much smaller, when we got him, he could put your hand out and he would climb onto your hand. And then you could like move your
The
hand.
first like 24 hours he lived here, he climbed on my head.
Yes, he did. He also climbed into the guinea pig cage when I had him out for playtime. Which I wasn't happy about, but I wasn't mad about because he was supposed to be quarantining in case he had some kind of disease.
You're so cute.
He was by himself when we got him, so.
You're so cute.
It's not like he was with other chinchillas.
They're so cute.
Oh, this is the update of their house. So, not only is there, it's dark over here, but there is no roof. And
Yes.
this is the wall.
He's looking at you. Yes.
And they're still eating it every day. Yes, you are. Say hello to mommy. Say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Popo. I love you. I love you.
So we got back from Walmart because we decided to make a pit stop there because we've been doing some clothing relabeling. I know it sounds excessive, but I decided that I wanted to redo all of my clothes labels, and like this is all of my 60s and 70s Barbie original and fashion packs, and these are all my 80s Barbie original outfit labels. Anyways, so I decided that now that we have a decent sized collection of 2010s Barbie stuff, and now that we have 2020 Barbies that are going to start appearing, a new decade has begun, that it made sense to give them a drawer. This is all of their clothes, including original outfits, so I don't need to separate it. So I bought one of these little drawers, and we had a gift card that we used, paid for that. And we also found Da, da, da. Barbie number 156 in the clearance section for $3 off, which it's not a lot. I mean, they're only like $9 originally, but I thought she was really cool because
she's very cool purple
she
lips.
has this really cool head mold. I think is it the...
It says 1980.
Yes, that is the Kyra, the original, like one of the original Asian head molds. And I thought that was really interesting because she's an AA doll, and I love her afro, and her outfit's pretty cool, a little cheap, but still cool. So yeah, we got her, and they come in these like zipper packaging, which is kind of wasteful because how many people are going to reuse those, but nonetheless, I love her, and we decided to name her Kimura because I like to name some of my generic fashionistas, because that way when we're checking inventory or we're looking for somebody or referring to somebody, they have a name instead of like number 156.
It's the hamster in his natural habitat. His pioneer woman-shaped food bowl that I bought him at Walmart, flinging his pellets out. Oh no, the hamster has made eye contact. Oh no, he's eating his salad now. He's so cute. He really likes bell pepper. Is this the first time you've got Peanut on camera? Yes. Oh, and he's eating the tomato. It used to be Bonnie Hamster's favorite. He's so cute. He's a cute little man. So I know crafting is usually more a Shelly thing than a me thing. But I took this out yesterday to photograph our Kid Core Native American Heartland dolls. There was this gap in the foam right there that last time I used this I hid it with like putting a doll on top of it, but I figured before I photographed with it yesterday I would touch it up with brown paint, and you can kind of see that lighter spot there, that if I like give it like the vegetation effect, it might make that cardboard area look less 2D and more 3D. I'm not going to worry about the sides because the way I'm going to angle it in photos, you're never going to see the sides. So the backstory with this is I took this home from work, I want to say in 2019. It had been in one of the history classrooms as like a war project. I liked it because I just saw it had a lot of potential for photography. It turned out the person who made it didn't want it, was just going to get thrown away, so the history teacher said I could take it home. I'm using it as like wilderness, Barbie picnic ground. Part of why I did this is because I have these audiobooks I like to listen to, and I got into this while I was working on like making birthday cards and going through our Barbie clothes. So I just kind of needed another project to do in the evenings. So I think it's all done. Hopefully it's gonna come out good when I actually take pictures. But Shelly had this idea to like do like some lighter brown patches that almost look like white. Especially because you can see some of those in the original.
Hello, I'm trying to trouble today.
Hey Kirby! Hello!
You want to treat your new hand?
Hello! So this is how it looks with the dolls in front of it. And the further you stand back, the more it just blends in with the rest of the backdrop now. And the reason I'm not worried about like the dining room table showing up is because in the original it only photographed about this much.
So I'm going through one of my old binders of doll research. Colleen and I decided that we didn't want to have printed out inventories anymore because our collection is just, you know, too large, and the amount of times you have to like reprint it and stuff. Since we have it on her Google Drive now, there's really no need to worry about the information and have like handwritten copy. And I also have my Flickr as a backup, so there's like a couple safeguards in place. If one thing disappeared, we'd still have like all of our doll identification info. So this is not the dolls we have, but this was like research I did, so you can see like this is like the printed Monster High lines lists, and then like their collections, and then these are all the ones I've already pulled out, but this is gonna seem a little bit insane. So I have all of like the Moxie Girls lines written out and divided by character, and it's not just Moxie Girls. So this all here is Moxie Girls, but I have Mary-Kate and Ashley. I have High School Musical, and again, then it's all broken down by character. I have Printed Ever After High, and then here is the Bratz. I have a whole grid of all of Little Angels. I have a whole chart I made of all of Little Angels, which I'll probably save these because it does help me when I'm looking for what I'm missing. But this is all Bratz. I used to take these to the hospital with me and like compile it because I have like an actual like book form of this guide with pictures. And yeah, there's everything from little Bratz kids, big babies, blah blah blah. And I've copied these probably up to 5 times, every single one of these pages. And can you see how thick this stack is? And it's all like color coordinated. Yeah, I have an issue with list making, and this is pretty out of date because at some point I realized it was an issue, and I was like, it was like one of my little rituals, my little things with probably undiagnosed OCD. I used to do this with like school notes and stuff, so I moved everything digitally onto the computer so I wouldn't do this. But yeah, this was where all my research started, and I would just copy and copy and copy and copy, and every time I made a mistake I'd have to redo the whole list. So some of these things are like really old, from like 2012, 2011. But yeah, you can see how I have everything divided, and you can see like I have it split by like the doll name, and then I made notes to help me differentiate between repackaged ones or when they were re-released. It's pretty intense. I thought I'd just show this because I'm going to be recycling all of these papers because I'm trying to free up some space and I really don't need them because it's a pain to have to add to these lists. Copies on my sister's Google Drive, then there's like the actual book pages that are on her Google Drive. So there's so many things to like have to update. I don't really need these anymore, and I thought I'd show it before I get rid of it because yeah, I only know as much as I know about Bratz dolls and other types of dolls because I researched it like it was a freaking school project. I was not born with any sort of knowledge. I just spent hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. Like every single one of these pages is handwritten and color-coded. I thought I'd just show our very first flea market haul of 2022. We got this American Girl wheelchair. It is an authentic American Girl wheelchair. It has like the old Girl of Today logo here. This is the original wheelchair that they made, and it was released from 96 to 2004, so it's a huge range. Colleen found it in a bin with a bunch of like bigger toys and was $1. It's just missing little handle grips. It was really dirty. I had to unvelcro all of these like seat pieces and wash them and wash the chair itself and use a lot of baking soda on the rubber tires because they were disgusting. But she always wanted this. This is something Colleen fantasized about having. So I have like the most random eBay package to share. I thought I'd just include it because this is just one of those like really odd things that I bought that I don't think most people would have wasted their time with. So a little backstory. If you don't know, I collect Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls. I have since I was 11 years old. From 2014 to 2021, I didn't add anything to my collection because I was looking just like, quote, in the wild. And all of the Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls that I would come across were ones I already had. Therefore, my collection was stagnant. And then last year, when I was on my break from YouTube, I decided to really focus on collecting these dolls because it had been so long. So I went on eBay and Mercari, and you've seen a few of them scattered in different like transformation videos, but my collection is like nearing quote-unquote completion. There are like a lot of things that I wanted that I now have, and this isn't like dolls, this is like a really random lot of paper goods and accessories. So the person who sold this gave all the proceeds to charity. So there is one doll in here. I didn't need her actually. I did up until I want to say last summer, but it's curling style Mary-Kate, who I wanted since I was a kid. Ooh, she's really cool. I have her already though. I bought her on eBay from a collector who displayed her. And this one doesn't have her outfit anyway. She just has her accessories, oddly enough, but she can wear my other doll's spare outfit. And then this is like kind of what I know made me notice a lot is there's the At the Beach dolls accessories. Not all of their accessories, but quite a few of them. And I have At the Beach Mary-Kate and Ashley, but I do not have their outfits. And I have seen them on eBay in random lots with their outfits, but a lot of times they're missing like the beach chairs, and to buy them boxed or complete on their own is usually pretty expensive for some reason. So yeah, these ones have the chairs, the magazines, and the little cardboard surfboard, and then this one has a water bottle. I don't think the water bottle was in this. And then this is Curlin Style Mary-Kate's thing. Someone got this doll for $7.74. My doll had all of her accessories, but this one also came with her coaster. So we have some posters, which I had these posters growing up, but they're fun to use for making backdrops, and now that I've been collecting them so much this past year, I have a lot more things to make another background. I'm pretty sure, yes, these go to the Look Who's 18 dolls. I didn't know they even came with paper stuff, but it's definitely them. They have invitations that say Mary-Kate and Ashley. This is so cool. Colleen is going to retake a bunch of my little line photos on Flickr because there's extra things. I'm a sucker for cardboard accessories. My mom used to throw them out, but Colleen and I were obsessed with them. I played with them just as much as plastic accessories, and Mary-Kate and Ashley always had some of the coolest. Okay, and then you can see here, this is a getting there, but oh, that was the other water bottle. Aha. So we did get Mary-Kate's water bottle. So this is like what really made me want to buy it. I bought a loose set of Getting There dolls on Mercari. Colleen actually found them for me last year. And they did have some of their cardboard stuff, but these dolls come with an exorbitant number. They have 4 sheets, which is really weird, especially because like the Winning London 2-pack only had 1 sheet, and then the When in Rome dolls don't have any like cardboard accessories hidden behind the insert. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I found pictures of these online. And I actually wanted to like try to print them and then like laminate them to make up for the ones that my dolls were missing, and the ones that my dolls had were kind of in played with condition. But the photos I had weren't like good enough quality to do that, so I'm so excited to have all 4 sheets. They came with so many, and I don't know why they came with so many. Like they came with 2 sets of driver's license and 2 maps, and it's really weird. And then you can see that there's the shroud that has like their cell phones and stuff. My dolls had all their plastic accessories except a pair of sunglasses was missing, but those break anyways. But it's cool because they come with 2 outfits, and I don't know where that other boot went, but they only came with 1 pair of shoes. So if I want to dress up other dolls in their spare outfits, or I say get another set of them for some reason, I can put these shoes with the spare outfits. So that's really exciting. And it came in this enormous box because of this. There's dinner. I just cleaned you today. Look at what mess you made. Someone's enjoying his new toy. Aren't you, Popo? Say hello, Popo. I don't have treats. The saga of the house continues. Oh, hi, Clyde. So I bought them a new house about 2 months ago when I needed to order more food for them. And within 2 weeks, the roof was off. And now their $30 house has no roof, and they've gotten bored of chewing the roof. They still have their old house down here that they've also put a hole in, but they're always eating the roof of their house now. That's why I got you this when I ordered the flea medication for the cats. And that, so you have other things to chew besides your house. So I have my softies out for a little bath camp session, which, if you're not familiar with Cabbage Patch dolls, bath camp is when you send them into Babyland General Hospital and they clean them. If they have any rips or like lost any dimples, they'll fix that up. They can reblush the dolls, touch up any paint. That's for the soft sculptures. Obviously, my boys here are all clean. I've been meaning to take a little OxyClean and spot treat some of the areas. So Oscar just has a few little like marks here that are really subtle on his cheek and head, but Baldwin has some pretty obvious smudges that did not come out in the washing machine. And then Ralphie, he has a little mark on his cheek, but other than that, he's very minty looking. And Baby Otis actually doesn't have any problems because he was the dirtiest of all of them when he came. He was coated in dust, if you saw that tutorial I used him for. And I used enough OxyClean to take care of any marks. So I'm just doing my big boys, Oscar, Baldwin, and little Ralphie, who, oh my god, look how tiny he is. He's like a mini baby Baldwin. He's so tiny. He's so cute. So I have some water heating up in the microwave. Put their clothes right here in this basket. Even though I'm just going to be doing their heads, but I figured I'd take their clothes off. I'm going to mix some OxyClean in once it's out. So I've mixed up my OxyClean. It's really foamy. I heated up some water in the microwave just so it was warm to dissolve it. And normally to spot treat them, I just put like a little bit of OxyClean in a tiny bowl, but Oliver or Andy puked on the carpet today, and even though I cleaned it, it left a little mark. So I'm just going to take what I don't use on the dolls and scrub the carpet out with the carpet brush. That's why there's so much, just for their faces. And I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes and then use a damp rag to wipe it off. Just like a side note, obviously I've washed my soft sculptures in the washing machine very recently, so I'm not concerned about spot treating them. But what can happen is if you, like, they're older dolls and you try to spot treat an area, it can actually make ring marks because the solution you use, like the water, will wet the stuffing inside, and if there's any like dust in the stuffing, it'll like pool up and leave ring marks. So that's why I'm doing this now after they're clean. If you see any like linty looking bits on them, that's just from the baby clothes they were wearing. That's not dirt or dust. The episode of Dolly Diaries. I started putting footage together at the end of January, and now we're at the end of May. so that's why it might seem really disjointed, because look at the beginning of the video, calling reference to birthday, which is at the very beginning of February. So obviously this was filmed over quite a span of time, and usually I try not to do that, but this year I've been really busy and I've just had a lot of stuff going on in my life, so I haven't prioritized filming. And while I've done stuff with my dolls regularly, I just haven't felt like filming. So I will try to make more of an effort to include interesting things in the next episode of Dolly Diaries. But you can always check up on my Flickr if you are just interested in seeing like what dolls we've recently gotten or random projects we've done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.